exports via the Black Sea and threatened to halt all energy supplies to Europe if Brussels caps the price of Russian gas. In a combative speech to an economic forum in Russia's Far East region, Putin also said that Russia would not lose its war in Ukraine and had strengthened its sovereignty. The grain pact brokered by the United Nations and Turkey created a protracted corridor after Kyiv lost access to its main export route via the Black Sea and threatened to halt all energy supplies to Europe if Brussels caps the price of Russian gas. In a combative speech, Putin also said that Russia would not lose its war in Ukraine and had strengthened its sovereignty. Reporting by remote, I'm Joe Ramsey, VOA News.
Russian President Vladimir Putin said on Wednesday that Russia had not lost anything as a result of its military campaign in Ukraine.
Meanwhile, Ukrainian officials remain guarded over how their military's counter-offensive in the country's south is faring, but they have reported steady success in the Kherson region.
Plus, Britain's new prime minister not only faces challenges abroad, but at home. And later in the program,
every child we speak to talks about still having a lot of fears, that keeps them up at night, just not knowing what the future holds. And, that doesn't go away quickly.
A new report says that up to 4 preschools in Ukraine are destroyed each day because of the war. Today is Wednesday, September 7th. From the Voice of America, this is Flashpoint Ukraine. Good evening. I'm Steve Miller. The United Nations chief and the International Atomic Energy Agency on Tuesday called for fighting to be halted in a security zone around Europe's biggest nuclear power station, which is located in Russian-controlled territory along the front lines. Reuters' Gillian Kitchener starts us off.
With ongoing shelling near Europe's biggest nuclear power plant sparking widespread concern of a pending disaster, the UN nuclear watchdog on Tuesday called for the fighting to stop and for a security zone to be established at the plant, located in Russian-controlled territory along the front line of its war with Ukraine.
We are playing with fire, and something very, very catastrophic could take place.
The Zaporizhzhia nuclear plant, seized by Russia shortly after its invasion of Ukraine, is controlled by Russian forces, but run by Ukrainian technicians. Russia and Ukraine each accuse the other of shelling. Rafael Grossi, head of the International Atomic Energy Agency, spoke at the United Nations on Tuesday following a report by the IAEA that called the situation unsustainable. He and other IAEA inspectors braved shelling to cross the front line and reach the power station last week.
The hits that this facility has received and that I could personally see and assess together with my experts is simply unacceptable.
Grossi said a security zone should be established immediately around the plant, something also urged by United Nations Chief Antonio Guterres.
An agreement on a demilitarized perimeter should be secured. Specifically, that would include a commitment by Russian forces to withdraw all military personnel and equipment from that perimeter, and the commitment by Ukrainian forces not to move into it.
Inspectors said they had found Russian troops and equipment at the plant, including military vehicles